Hello, my wonderful honey drops. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going through the Underworld saga of Epic the Musical. I still have Keith and Omega Man here with me today. This is where you
Hello.
say hi.
Mind if I got in?
Thank you, Omega Man. And what do we think we're gonna find in the Underworld, Keith?
Sorry, I have soda here. I don't have a straw, so I'm just like drinking straight from the
The can.
fast food cup.
Oh Lord. Damn.
Anyways.
Not even a can.
No, not even a can. Anyways, I do vaguely remember that along the way to the underworld, in the underworld they actually, Odysseus and company meet some of the fallen from the Trojan War and the Iliad. So that's real great.
But he went to war and none of them died there. In case you needed a reminder.
Achilles died there. We all know this. This is true.
I mean, none of his men died there. It's fine. Alright, cool. Let me do the funny thing of bloop and blop. And are we ready?
Yep.
Okay. This is literally just called the Underworld.
Friends, Cersei's instructions were clear. No matter what we hear, full speed ahead until we find the prophet. My comrades, this land confuses your mind. So no matter who we find, full speed ahead until we find the prophet. Good.
Hold on, very quickly. Anyways, can
That's
we talk
fair.
about how cool the switch, like once he goes into the underworld, how it turns green? Because you
Yep.
can see all of like the ghost faces.
Mm-hmm.
All I hear are screams. Every time I dare to close my eyes, I no longer dream. Only nightmares of those who died. Nothing's what it seems. Nothing's what it seems. And here in the underworld, the past seems close behind. This land confuses your mind. When does a man become a monster? 558 men who died under your command. Captain, 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 why would you let the Cyclops live when ruthlessness is mercy?
Well, damn.
And the fact that they all form into the Cyclops.
The Cyclops
And then you see in his eye
in his eye.
all of their souls.
Mm-hmm.
Like damn, I'm sorry. That's so
All I hear are screams. Every time I dare to close my eyes, I no longer dream. Only nightmares of those who die. Nothing's what it seems. Nothing's what it seems. But in the underworld, the past seems close behind. I keep thinking of the infant from that night. I keep thinking of the infant from that.
the fact that he can see the red
See the-
cloth of the baby, and then he sees himself, like, that's crazy. And you can see, I don't know how to like do it frame by frame, but like you can see that he like turns into his like armor for a second.
Right.
Like,
I keep thinking of the infant from that night. I keep thinking of the infant from that night.
This life is amazing when you breathe with open arms. Whatever we face, we'll be fine if we're leading from the heart. No matter the place, or we can light up the world. Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
so this isn't something that you would know from like the song, but do you want to know something that'll break your heart?
Go ahead.
All of the people that we see in this song that sing to him, those words are the last things that they believe right before they die. It's like the last thoughts that they have, basically.
Damn.
Which means the last things when he reaches out and says "Captain" in the Cyclops songs, when he says that, he's basically being like, don't forget to keep your arms open.
Mm-hmm.
And then he fucking dies.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, my bad.
With open arms.
Oh, jeez. That voice. It can't be. Mom?
Odysseus, when you come home, I'll be
I'm not crying.
waiting. Even if you're the last thing I see, I'll be
I'm
waiting.
right here, Mom. Can't you see? I'm waiting. I took too long
I'll always love you.
and ventured too
I'll
far
stay
while you were
waiting, waiting.
Like, what a way to find out that your mom is dead. Like,
Yeah.
like, what a way to find out that your mom died. Ah!
Dang. Yikes, bro.
And the fact that he's like, Mom, can you hear me? Like, I'm right here. And her not being able to, like, properly respond because she's still just a ghost in the underworld. There's no communication, really. It's just,
Bye, Mom. All I hear are screams. All I hear are screams. Every time I dare to close my eyes, I no longer dream. I no longer dream. Only nightmares of those who've died. Nothing's what it seems. Nothing's what it seems. But in the underworld, your past is always close behind. Your past is always close behind. Down in the underworld.
and that was the Underworld.
Eh-heh.
Thoughts?
Eh-heh. Bit silly.
Like, honestly, what a
Screw
way.
you, Odysseus. Get attacked by PTSD.
Honestly, that's what it is. Just like, hello, Merry Christmas, and go to hell. My bad. Oh my god. And our next song is called No Longer You. Oh boy.
I am the prophet with the answers you seek. Time, I've unlocked it. I see past and future running free. There is a world where I help you get home, but that's not
Yikes.
Oops. That's a big oops. Just the thought of and I love the sorry, I'm getting yawns from crying. Love that. But like the fact that when the water of his like thing tips and you can see all the spreading of like the timelines and things like that and where things merge. I love that. It's so cool. And I love the shading. Like, oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty and so sad. Just so sad.
World I know.
What?
I see a song of past romance. I see the sacrifice of man. I see portrayals of betrayal and a brother's final stand. I see you on the brink of death. I see you try your final breath. I see a man who gets to make it home alive, but it's no longer you.
So what do we think?
Yikes.
What do we think of those lines specifically? The I see a song of past romance. I see the sacrifice of man. I see betrayals and portrayals of a brother's final stand, I think is the line. And then I see you on the brink of death. I see you draw your final breath. I see a man who gets to make it home alive.
To make it home alive. But it's no longer you.
What do we think of all of those?
Youch. Past romance.
Because there were visuals, but that doesn't mean that you have to interpret those lines the same way this artist did. I can pull up the lyrics. Hold on. Let me do that actually really quick, so that way I can read them properly, because that would probably be smart. Yeah, I see a song of past romance. I see the sacrifice of man. I see portrayals of betrayals and a brother's final stand. I see you on the brink of death. I see you draw your final breath. I see a man who gets to make it home alive, but it's no longer you.
Yeah.
So there are different ways that you can portray this. So I want to know if you have any thoughts on anything. And if you don't, that's totally fine.
I mean, there's is Tiresias, which I vaguely remember that being the name of the prophet.
Correct.
Cool.
Yes, his name is Tiresias.
My vague recollections of the Odyssey are coming back a little bit. I don't recall his prophecy being so directly involved with Odysseus. I think does he just vaguely see the future, or
I don't remember what his initial, I don't know what his actual one in the Odyssey is. To be fair, it's been a while for me as well. So
yeah.
But
No Longer You is pretty plainly to me yeah, you come home changed for the better or worse. That's up to interpretation.
Yeah. Because
Song of Past Romance, I don't remember.
So I can tell you
because
what I think.
Because okay, sure, go ahead.
So this is the chorus basically. The Song of Past Romance, all of that. That's the chorus. It comes up a couple times. Here's the thing. I personally, even though I've listened to everything, so I know now, but I will tell you, when I first listened to this song, I thought that when he first sang it, that it was everything before this song, and then or like before this song kind of, and then when he sang it again, it was everything like after this song. It's like there was like almost like a split point, because like when he sang it first, it was like all of Act 1 stuff, and then when he sang it again, it was all of Act 2 stuff.
Okay.
Or like Act 1 and a half.
I see.
So that's how I interpreted it. That like some of this was things that we've already seen and to come, because it is a prophecy of yet to come. So obviously in the images that he shows, he has like, it's him and Penelope,
Past
Right.
romance.
and
I
then
see the
Polites.
Polities.
And then after this is stuff that hasn't happened yet.
sacrifice of man. I see portrayals of betrayal and a brother's.
Though I do still think that this is stuff that happened in Act 1 with like the wind bag. When I first watched this, I was like, oh, betrayal's a betrayal. Someone fucking opened the wind bag. Someone was a bitch
Right.
and opened the wind bag.
Final stand. I see you on the brink of death.
And so like with this, I thought that this was like Cersei's whole thing, because she like fought him. Like, and this is all stuff that I thought, so like I thought when he first sang this, it was all Act 1 stuff, and then when he brings the chorus back again, it was all Act 2 stuff.
Right.
But that was me. So I'm just giving what I think and thought, quote unquote. So I don't know if that's helpful at all, or if I'm just rambling. So, but yeah, and also I love that the stuff is like see-through. It's really pretty.
All the hands. Great.
The hands and like everything else is
Your
like,
final breath. I see a man who gets to make it home alive, but it's no longer you. This can't be. We've suffered and sailed through the toughest of hells. Now you tell us our efforts for nothing. I see your palace covered in red.
I love that. The little drop that comes off the little thing. I
Your
think that's so good.
palace covered in red. Faces of men.
What? Do I have to restart it?
No. Keep going.
Okay. I'm gonna back up just a little bit.
Covered in red. Faces of men who had long believed you're dead. I see your wife with a man who is haunting, a man with a trail of bodies. Woo! I see a song of past romance. I see the sacrifice of man. I see portrayals of betrayal and a brother's final stand. I see you on the brink of death.
Okay, I will tell you that the choir in the background is saying things, and I want to know if you are able to pick anything out.
All right.
Just as a, like, we can listen to this and then we can go back and you can try and listen to it, because I do want you to listen to what Tiresias is saying. But
Cool.
Final stand. I see you on the brink of death. I see you try your final breath. I see a man who gets to make it home alive, but it's no longer you.
So I want to talk also about the really pretty, like his like thing is falling off.
Yeah, his bandages are falling off.
It's no longer you.
Love this shot.
Mhm.
So good. Good shit.
Something something Satsujanki.
What?
That's a Tsukihime reference.
Cool. You're gonna listen to it again, and you're gonna just tell me if you hear anything, like if you are able to pick out anything, because I'm genuinely curious, because there are things that I was originally able, like that I thought I heard, but I don't know.
Bodies. Woo! I see a song of past romance. I see the sacrifice of man. I see portrayals of betrayal and a brother's final stand. I see you on the brink of death. I see you try your final breath. I see a man who gets to make it home alive, but it's no longer.
So did you hear anything?
I'm gonna be honest, I could not ascertain much.
That's fair. Did you but did you hear anything? I'm just genuinely curious. If you didn't hear
Nah,
anything,
not
that's
really.
Okay, that's fine. That is totally fine. I just like we'll come back to it. But I like asking people if they're able to hear anything just because I think it's interesting what people might be able to hear. So
Mm.
But yeah, that is no longer you. We're gonna finish the actual thing because there's like more like aggressive music that I missed. So I don't want people to be mad at me. We hold him. What did we think of No Longer You? What did we think of everything?
This is gearing out to be probably my favorite song and the
In
song of the three.
Okay, well, you say that. However, we now have
Okay.
Monster.
All right.
There's a flash warning. So,
Cool.
this is the last song of the Underworld Saga and the last song of Act 1.
Okay.
How has everything been turned against us? How did suffering become so endless? How am I to reunite with my estranged? Do I need to change? I'm surrounded by the souls of those I've lost. I'm the only one whose line I haven't crossed. What if the greatest threat we'll find across the sea is me?
What a strong opening, right?
Interesting.
So what do we think? What do we think of those first couple seconds?
Yeesh.
Like, I'm the one whose line I haven't crossed. What if the worst thing across the sea that we find is me? Like, hold on. Let me find the proper lyrics so that way people
I
don't
love
yell
the
at me.
guitar line also, by the way.
The background guitar line.
Yeah.
Well, fun
Yeah,
fact,
it's
the guitar is his
it's a motif for it's a motif for Odysseus,
Mhm.
as you've told.
Hi.
Yeah. And it is very this general the general line that it has in the in this song is so I don't know what's the word, a distinctive,
Mhm.
I suppose. And God, it just sounds really cool.
The way I would explain it is it genuinely gives the confusion. It feels confused.
It's
right?
yeah. I was going to say it sounds wishy washy.
Mm-hmm.
For lack of a better turn of phrase, but yeah, confused is probably the best way you could describe it.
Like it's so good. I love it.
Very good for the mind space that Odysseus is in right now.
Right.
I'm surrounded by the souls of those I've lost. I'm the only one whose line I
Can we get
haven't
a
crossed.
stream reset?
Yes.
What if the greatest threat we'll find across the sea is me? What if I'm the monster? What if I'm in the wrong? What if I'm the problem that's been hiding all along? What if I'm the one who killed you every time I cave to guilt? What if I've been far too kind to foes, but a monster to ourselves? What if I'm the monster?
When does a man become a monster, Keith? What do we think?
I see.
I love the line of what if I've been far too kind to foes, but a monster to ourselves.
Right.
It's so good.
Mhm.
And then we get into
Is the Cyclops struck with guilt when he kills? Is he up in the middle of the night? Or does he end my men to avenge his friend and then sleep knowing he has done him right? When the witch turns men to pigs to protect her nymphs, is she going insane? Or did she learn to be colder when she got older and now she saves them the pain? When a god comes down and makes a fleet drown, is he scared that he's doing something wrong? Or does he keep us in check so we must respect him and now no one dares to piss him off? Does a soldier use a wooden horse to kill sleeping Trojans cause he is vile? Or does he throw away his remorse and save more lives with guile? If I
That's crazy.
right? Like,
Hey, you thought of that idea.
like he's the one who thought about it. He's the one who did it. Like, and just like the fact that like it shows him like it like so. This is actually the same artist who did the both the first and second song that we watched.
Mhm.
This is the same artist, and so to give him those scratchy eyes and like this outline, almost like a separation from himself,
Troya hippos.
like it's so good. And I love this whole section, right? Is like the like outlines, the blacked out, where it's like these are the bad things, and
in the
then
middle of the night, or does he end?
and then it goes into this like softer, because it's like, well, but this is part of their
In order
humanity.
to humanize them, yeah.
And I think it's
Like they have motives behind that.
like it's so good. It's so good. And I love like because some people think that Polyphemus, when he says like it was his favorite sheep, they think he meant it as like this is the sheep he was gonna eat next. But there's a very good chance that these were just his friends, because there are plenty of gods and like creatures like Polyphemus who kept animals as true pets.
Right.
Like there are horses, like the fire horses, and like the deer of Artemis. Like there are just some animals that higher beings just kept as pets, that they
Or
truly
like
care.
Helios's cows.
Like they just care about them, right?
Right.
So it's like there's a very good chance that
My
all
men
this,
to
like,
avenge his friend and then sleep knowing he has done him right. When the witch turns men to pigs to protect her nymphs, is she going insane? Or did she learn to be colder when she got older and now she saves them the pain?
I also love Cersei's bit, because of course it really, I love each of their little bits because it is the two sides of the same coin, where it's like, did Like, does she do it because she thinks it's fun, or is she doing it to protect her nymphs? It depends on what side you're looking at. And I just really appreciate this. Like, every single one, except for Poseidon's. Poseidon's is a little like, I mean, it's Poseidon, but like, we don't need to go into that one. That one's just Poseidon.
When a god comes down and makes a fleet drown, is he scared that he's doing something wrong? Or does he keep us in check so we must respect him and now no one dares to piss him off? Does a soldier use a wooden horse to kill sleeping Trojans cause he is vile? Or does he throw away his remorse and save more lives with guile? If I became the monster and threw that guilt away, would that make us stronger? Would it keep our foes at bay? If I became the monster to everyone but us and made sure we got home again, who would care if we're unjust? If I became the ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves. And deep down I know this well. I lost my best friend, I lost my mentor, my mom, 500 men gone. This can't go on, I must get to see Penelope and Telemachus. So if we must sail through dangerous oceans and beaches, I'll go where Poseidon won't reach us. And if I gotta drop another infant from a wall in an instant so we all don't die, then I'll become the monster.
Really?
Damn.
Like, it's like the way that like the my like I lost my mentor, my mom, like all of that is like, it just goes so hard, right? Like,
Mercy upon ourselves.
and also finally being like, ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves, like taking that and being like, what if I treat everyone that's important to me correctly, but then kind of treat everyone who's not as important as like shit, so that way I can get home. So wild, right? Like,
Right.
because then it's like, well, then who is truly important to you? Who would you kill to get home, right?
For sure, for sure.
And deep down I know this well. I lost my best friend, I lost my mentor, my mom, 500 men gone. This can't go on, I must get to see Penelope and Telemachus. So if we must sail through dangerous oceans and beaches, I'll go where Poseidon won't reach us. And if I gotta drop another infant from a wall in an instant so we all don't die, then I'll become the monster. I will deal the blow, and I'll become the monster like none they've ever known. So what?
I will say, this entire section, I was just thinking of Venom. Like, I think it's really cool, but at the same time, it's just Venom. Like
And I'll become the monster like none they've ever known. So what if I'm the monster lurking deep below? I must become the monster, and then we'll make it home. Penelope, Telemachus.
Did you see that? Did you see that?
God, can you hang on, replay it again, please? God. I want to see that. I want to see that again. God. He rips the, rips the bandana off. No longer will he greet the world with open arms.
No longer. There's no more room for it. There's only room for the monster.
Ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves. I'll become the monster.
And that is Act 1. So, favorite song? Is it still No Longer You, or
It's a tie.
between No Longer You and Monster?
Yes.
Fair. I think both of them. I think it's the similar for me. I think out of the two of them, I would want to do a cover of No Longer You More. Just because I think it's really fun.
That's fair. All three of these are very... They appeal to my silly little brain. In just wanting grand, fantastical choirs behind you. And that's real great.
What do we think of Act 1 as a whole? And what are we hoping for Act 2?
When's Odysseus gonna tie himself to his mast while everyone else puts earplugs in while he screams at sirens?
I wonder when that's gonna happen.
Also,
Perhaps
I'm waiting
it's,
until he kills the Scylla, but you know that's neither here nor there. I'm guessing Act 2 is also when a bunch of suitors try to pursue Penelope, but you know, there's that.
Do you want to know the names of the next sagas? Because I'll tell you.
Sure.
So the next sagas in order are the Thunder Saga, the Wisdom Saga, the Vengeance Saga, and the Ithaca Saga. Those are our next sagas. So, with that, thank you everyone for being on this journey with us. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, subscribing. I don't know when this is gonna come out, but there's a very good chance that by this time that this comes out, I will have reached 2,000 subscribers. So if I have at that point, thank you all for being on this massive journey with me. Please make sure that you also subscribe to the wonderful people who have also been in all these videos. Subscribe to Keith, like his stuff. He does a lot of Fate stuff.
Video's coming out, I swear. I just need to edit it.
And I am gonna go buzz off now.
You know
Bye,
what? Actually,
guys.
hang on. Comment down below if you want to hear me yap about Fate for 10 minutes on Bee's channel or something.
Yes, absolutely. If you guys want to see us discuss Fate, please tell us what we should talk about Fate-wise, because absolutely I would love to talk about Fate more on my channel, because even though I kind of do everything, I would love to talk about Fate, because I have a passion for Greek mythos, but I also have a passion for stuff in Fate. There's so much interesting things in Fate that I would love to talk about, and Keith knows more than I do, so it'd be wonderful to go over that sort of thing. I promise.
Fun fact, Odysseus and Circe are servants, if that wasn't clear from the past, what is it now?
Hour or so
from the past few hours of me screaming out references and noble phantasm names and garbage like that.
And please let me know if you want me to go back to Fate Go. I promise I'll get back to it. If there is a want, I probably will get back to it anyways. But I gotta go pass out now, so I will see you all later. I'm gonna go buzz off now. And I hope you have a good day or night wherever you are in the world. Bye-bye.
Later, gamers.
Help me!